good to see you, Your Majesty.
You're like the best
You're an
ever.
autograph? It's
Hello,
you!
great
It's
lord.
really, really, really you! Hi! I want to be just like
Oh,
you when I
wow.
grow up.
Hello.
That's brilliant! Thanks!
I'm going to be just as strong
This is
as
gonna
any
be
man
great.
when I'm older, and you can go on quests with me. I bet you brought some presents for your daughter, didn't you?
Wow!
Oh, hello there.
Oh, wow! Hello! Yay!
Ah.
Hello, superhero. Fab. I don't like you.
Oh, wow! Hi!
Not bad. Wait for me, Dad.
There are new
Well, right here.
I'm at your command.
Hooray!
At your command.
Ah, it's the great ruler. Hello.
I want you to have this.
Long live the king!
Hurrah!
Woohoo!
This is for you.
Present now. How about making me a duke then? Attention!
Everything's not.
Huh? Ah, Oh.
This time.
So happy.
Smashing!
There must be something I don't
I like
learn.
your style.
Whoa!
Ah.
It's lovely.
No. Oh.
Sword. All the girls at my school say you're dreamy.
That
it's
a
really
mighty
brings
king.
out
How are you, Your Majesty?
Yippee!
Majesty.
Dogs are cute, but hedgehogs are
I want you to have this.
Why, hello, Your Majesty.
I could do this forever.
I can't wait to go on quests with you.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty?
You have just read my mind. I never want it to end.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, yes. My love, yes.
Oh! Oh, yes! Whew.
Darling, that's great.
Hi. Yes, beautiful.
Hello, Daddy.
Majesty, His Majesty, the King of Albion. Today you must decide how much protection to grant Aurora. Kalim will offer her proposal. Reva will stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, as you know, the threat from the deserts that surrounds my...
Aurora is under our protection. It is our duty to build this outpost.
The King's decision is final. A military outpost shall be erected in the deserts that surround Aurora.
We shall not forget this gesture. Aurora thanks you.
Ah, you are a whimsical monarch, and that is why you are so beloved. Very well, it shall be done. Reva Industries is proud to present an exotic tale of romance, adventure, and sand. The Desert Outpost.
Bring forth Sabine of the Mist Peak Dwellers. Today you decide on the fate of Mist Peak, home of the Dwellers, Your Majesty. Sabine will speak for his people and their land. Reva will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people. You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in a few trees languishing amongst snow and rock? This is not the time to indulge some idyllic fantasy. Those forests are a resource, and we are in dire need of resources. I propose we expand on your brother's initiative and take what nature offers so readily. Say the word, and I will transform the worthless wasteland of Mist Peak into assets we can use to defend Albion.
These hands are not yet so old or weak that I can't wring that pretty little neck of yours, Reaver.
The refined retort of a true mountain goat.
You made a promise to Sabine, but it's up to you whether you decide to honor it.
I will keep my promise to the Dwellers. The Mist Peak Mountains will be restored.
Mist Peak shall become a protected region, and the Dwellers shall be granted authority over its forests and resources.
You are true to your word and your honor. The Dwellers will stand by you till the end.
The forests of Mist Peak are our greatest national treasure, and now, thanks to Reva Industries, they have returned to their past splendor. Dwellers, birds, and bunnies are free to roam, laugh, and kill each other as nature intended. Who needs all that lumber anyway?
Happy anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as King of Albion. Doesn't time just fly? To celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then, you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see. You will also be...
The day has come, King. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have done what many would have thought impossible. Not only have you raised an army to protect your people, but you have accomplished this while acting as a noble, benevolent, and popular ruler. But you are more than a king. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion, its protector. This coming battle is the reason you had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, all your efforts will have been in vain. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
It's here. The darkness has reached Power Stone. Reports indicate that our defenses were able to hold off the worst of the first attack. But if we don't act quickly, even the armies we prepared for this day will not be enough.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
Albion!
Defend the city with your lives!
Good work there! Good! Yes! No one will stop you, is it? Nice, Joseph! Nice one! He's not getting it.
It's here! It's here!
I'm taking some serious... Yes! No one will stop you, is it?
We have to find it. We have to save our people.
Never escape darkness. It flocks to me always.
Paige.
No one will
dead fingers claw at 1,000,000 eyes. You can never escape darkness. It flocks to me always.
Only everyone else can come.
The sounds you give us, the cries of your young, the gurgle of a freshly riven throat. We give thanks for your desperation.
Will you please keep your distance so I can shoot you?
The Dark Guardian shall come and protect us. I'm thinking of your loved ones now. How you will never see them again.
I can feel it. We're getting close to that thing. Where are you? Show yourself.
The lost sheep returns to the flock. No one ever leaves the darkness behind. Do you see? Do you see what you have allowed? We are all shadows now.
Hey, I'll get through.
All that you love will become shadow.
Still shoot through.
All that you see will become death. You have done terrible things. Did you think I wouldn't know? Did you think I would allow it? The children. I can't see the children. Make it end! Make it end!
With two cracked guns like that, you might stand a chance.
You are already dead inside. Join me in darkness.
I'm sorry.
You took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once, the mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say?
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud, boy. You've always done me proud.
Oh, Walter.
think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
My people shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion. I shall return to Aurora in the knowledge that we may at last enjoy peace. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my king.
You have done what I thought impossible. You are the ruler I could never be. But you don't need me anymore. And Albion will heal easier without me.
Well, King, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye. I'm not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been, devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, King.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
My lord.
Your Majesty, please accept this gift from a grateful subject.
Nice to see you.
You have accomplished something quite extraordinary. I do not think even your father could have equaled it. The kingdom teetered on the brink of annihilation, and yet we live, all thanks to you. As for me, I'm just an old servant, and that is what I will always be. You know where to find me should you ever require my assistance, sir.
I'm glad you came by.
Majesty.
I've got the best stuff you ever seen. At the best prices, too. Romantic presents.
Rock bottom
Family
prices.
presents.
For rock
We have them all.
We're all going for a drink this weekend. Where can we find a pub? Your Majesty. 5 gold.
Champion.
With that, I could
Thanks.
eat for a week. Yay!
I hope to see you again soon. No one on Bowerstone has better products.
I only give special discounts to people I really
Oh,
love.
prices
His own
quite
by an
good.
adventurer,
Yeah,
you know.
Stay in business
That
if they
means
weren't.
it's extra
You won't
special.
find better products in all of Bowerstone.
Best-selling items in all of Bowerstone.
Let me know
Our
if you have
customers
trouble
have been
finding
good
anything.
to me, so I'm good to them.
Hello, sir.
That's lovely, thanks. Thank you, and please come again.
Thanks for coming in.
If you can find better prices anywhere, then I shan't be surprised if you shop there instead.
A bit of gold.
Hello, Your Royal Majesty.
Hello, my lord.
Yay!
Nice top, that. Really suits you.
Greetings, sir.
Miss Peak has always been the home to
Bowerstone's
those...
finest goods.
Come on, one. This shop is owned
Best
by
of
an adventurer,
Bowerstone,
you know.
right here.
That means it's
Want to buy
extra
from a
special.
great adventurer? Then shop
Finally,
here.
a little money coming into this town. A little's
Now
even
that
coming through my door.
hairstyle is bloody brilliant.
Wahey!
Ah, it's the great ruler. Hello.
You're always welcome in my
It's
store.
our mighty
I'm
king.
Bowerstone's most
Hello.
trustworthy salesman. Ask anybody.
You're a bloody
Greetings,
good friend.
sir.
Well, if you want to go to Bowerstone Market, I hear they have a sale on there.
Brilliant place, that. Wish I was there right now.
How are you,
Hello,
Your Majesty?
Your awesome supremeness.
Ooh.
You're not going to put the rent up this month, are you?
Woo!
Well met, my lord.
Look at those shoes! They're fantastic!
They really bring out your youth. Always a joy to see you, Your Royal Grandness. Hello, Your Royal Grandness.
Well, that's this place, made as outstandingly brilliant as possible. Anything else I can do? I'll have a look. Oh, yes, this is a radical improvement. Well, perhaps radical is a bit too strong. Let's say marked. If that is what you want, it is your house, after all. And thank heavens for that.
I trust you're well, sir.
Any other business?
Ah, Your Majesty. It seems like an age since we last had the pleasure of speaking. The awful attack on the kingdom, Walter's tragic demise. Terrible, terrible business. Still, we mustn't dwell on the past, must we? There is much to do. Dealing with the aftermath of recent events, bolstering the morale of the people, and many, many equally riveting issues. So, if you are ready, Your Majesty, shall we proceed to the throne room and begin? Wonderful. I assure you, you will be entertained, engrossed, and elated. This is our best royal schedule yet. So I will arrange an audience with the Blacksmith Association, and we can clear this tax dispute up in no time. 2 or 3 days of negotiations should settle it. Now, on to much more important matters. The hiring of a new head gardener. As you know, the rose bushes this year have suffered some minor discomfort due to the inclement weather and less than salubrious soil management. I have arranged an interview process that should take no more than 8 weeks, starting tomorrow morning. It should make for a very... But lest we forget matters of state, we really ought to begin a more considered census of the population. Estimates of the number of citizens vary widely. I suggest each one comes to the throne room and has a...
Is it too late for an audience, my king? Who are you? I've come from far away to fulfill my destiny. To get revenge for everything you've done. How many innocent people have you sent to the keep? I don't know what you're talking about. Your lies won't save you now. I've spent years in the sea. thinking about this moment? Did you think you're safe here, Your Majesty? Did you think your guards could protect you? I know all about guards. They couldn't keep me in the keep, and they couldn't keep me out of your castle. This is the end of the kingdom. Albion will be free. It's time for the people to rule themselves. I am well trained in the art of war. I've never killed a king before, though. I am the instrument of change. I am the voice of revolution. The world needs the crown. It doesn't need the throne. You're a relic, Your Majesty. Nobody will mourn your passing. Nobody ever mourns a tyrant. I came here alone, but I represent legions. You will never defeat us all. You may be a king. That doesn't make you a god. It doesn't give you the right to rule a country. I wish General Turner were here to see you die. Such a pity you'll never meet him. We will turn Albion to a more pure state. This castle will burn to the ground. Your family invented the monarchy, but it has no place in our land. Everyone imprisoned by the kings of Albion will be set free. I'm willing to die for what I believe in. Are you? You think you're safe now? I'm just the first of many. We will kill you in the end.
My king! An enemy ship is approaching.
There are soldiers on board!
Who are they?
Get ready!
They're almost here!
Hold steady!
They look like elite soldiers. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but they're as good as dead.
We are at your service, Your Majesty.
Who are you?
I'm Commander Milton. We came in pursuit of the man who attempted to take your life. Knew he would not succeed, but his escape dishonors us all the same.
The man spoke of a place called the Keep. Is that where you've come from?
Yes. Ravenscar Keep. It's a prison far from this coast, and we're the soldiers sworn to guard it.
Another of my brother's secrets.
If you'll come with us, Your Majesty, I'll show you. The Keep is where Albion's worst criminals are held, the most dangerous enemies of the Crown. It's time our new king saw it for himself. Welcome to the Keep, Your Majesty. Albion's secret prison. Your father made use of it. Your brother Logan made use of it. Now, it is yours. I had my men prepare for your visit, so the cells should be ready for inspection.
Is it safe?
Recent events have made me somewhat wary of convicts.
There are plenty of harmless political prisoners imprisoned by Logan. But over the years, we have accumulated some rather dangerous individuals. And there's none more dangerous than General Turner. He led your brother's armies for years, until he became obsessed with ending his rule, with abolishing the crown altogether.
Oh my, yes. General Turner. He attempted on your brother and declared he would bring about the end of the monarchy in Albion. Unfortunately, this was before Logan saw fit to execute all traitors.
I believe the assassin you killed was acting under his orders. We will conduct a full investigation into how... Something's wrong.
I knew it! This place is a death trap. I'm going to be torn apart by angry criminals.
This way, Your Majesty.
I'll stay here and make sure nobody sinks the boat.
Lieutenant, what the hell happened?
Nobody quite knows, sir. Some of the prisoners in Block A broke free. They started a riot, got hold of weapons and killed some of our men. We can't break through.
We won't be able to get through the entrance. There's a reason we call this place the Keep. Fortunately, I know this place better than any prisoner. Are you willing to get your hands dirty, my king? Or perhaps you would prefer to wait here?
I may have become a politician, Commander, but I was born to fight. Lead the way.
With pleasure. The old sewer system leads into the lower levels. It's as secure as any other part of the Keep, but I can get us through.
Hello.
I wouldn't be surprised if General Turner was behind this. I've been the warden of this place for 7 years, and we've never had a prisoner like him. He seems to exert some strange control over people. But you can judge for yourself soon. It's impossible to get past this gate without the key. And I have the only copy. As this poor bastard found out too late. I should warn you. We'll be coming out into the prison's lowest level. We call it the Pit. The inmates down here are so disturbed they're barely human. Welcome to the Pit, Your Majesty. The most miserable place in Albion. Try to stay away from the cell doors. You sound agitated enough already. I closed this room down when I took over. The doctors who used it called it an electrical rehabilitation facility. The rest of us called it the torture chamber. Most of the men you hear screaming sat in those chairs every day. If they weren't insane when they came in, well, let's just say I'd rather die than be strapped to one of those things. We should be right under the rioters now. Here they come. These men are vicious killers. We need to regain control of the prison before this turns into a real bloodbath. These were good men, some of them little more than boys. This was never meant to happen. This isn't a random riot. It's too organized. Turner did this. He sent the assassin after you not to kill you, but to draw me and my best soldiers away. Come on. If he's behind this, we need to find him before it's too late. They've broken into the armory. This is going to get interesting. Watch your back, Your Majesty. We're not exactly the most popular people among the Never stop letting Never underestimate the desperate. It sounds like some of the guards are still fighting in there. They're going to need our help. If you don't mind, Your Majesty, I think I'll join my men. If General Turner is behind this, it won't be easy to recapture him. Whatever happens, we can't let him leave the island. cells of the maximum security ward must have been opened, including General Turner's. Come on, we have to get there before he can make a break for it. This none of you will escape alive!
Don't just...
Where are the prisoners?
They're gone, sir. The cells were empty when we were taken hostage.
I should have known. Damn it, I should have known. Round up the last of the rioters and lock them up.
Yes, sir.
Missing? We have to get out of here. We'll be butchered.
You may rest at ease, Mr. Hobson. I don't believe they're anywhere on the island. The riot was a diversion, orchestrated by Turner. As long as he's at large, Albion is under threat, Your Majesty. But he isn't the only one we need to worry about. We will need to recapture all the SKPs if we want to safeguard the kingdom.
Who are the others?
Professor Faraday was a celebrated inventor, and the brains behind most of our industrial progress, until he turned on your brother. He's a mild-mannered man, but his creations could bring about the end of civilization. Mary Godwin, also known as Witchcraft Mary, was a highly skilled alchemist, though that knowledge rests in a very disturbed mind. She was convicted of witchery after they discovered her rather horrific experiments. I dread to think what she may do next. And I've already told you about General Turner, the most dangerous of them all. He must have been planning this breakout for months.
Where do we begin?
The records room holds all the information we have on our prisoners. My men can study the files for Witchcraft Mary and Turner. I'm confident I know where I can find Faraday. There's only one place he could call his home. One place he could believe himself safe. I propose we sail there as soon as possible.
I magnanimously offer my services in this investigation. This study seems like a nice, safe place from which to serve the kingdom.
Very good, then. Your Majesty, I shall meet you at the pier when you're ready to hunt down Faraday.
There seem to be several entries on this Mary Godwin, or Witchcraft Mary, if that's what we must call her. Very little on General Turner, though. I'm sure I would have found a plentiful supply of information.
Welcome to the Sanctuary. Ah, you've some new boots, mercenary style, surprisingly high.
When you return.
Well met, my lord.
Please?
Shops have opened for another day of business.
Yay!
You're looking thirsty. What'll it be? A refreshing beverage for you? You're looking thirsty.
Your Majesty.
What'll it be?
Hello, sir.
Come on now. What's your pleasure?
still for a nice long drink. Why, thanks. What have you got? Hi there, darling. Oh, I mean, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. Right, here we go. How many good deeds did you do this month?
You're doing very well for yourself, aren't you?
Very nice. Hello, Your Lordship. Your Majesty. You've got loads of followers, Your Majesty. Loads! Hello, Your Lordship. Hello, Your Lordship. Hail to the beloved Majesty. Oh, Your Majesty,
So good to see you, Your Grace. Your wonderfulness, your munificence. Hello, baby.
Care for a drink?
What's the finest wine you have? Thank you.
Hi there, darling. Oh, I mean, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Hello there, Your Majesty. I hope you're well. La 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 la. The world is full of
How you
joy
doing, big
and
fella?
happiness. Yes, indeedy.
You're a shining example for any person to follow, except thieves.
What's
I
your
don't want to
pleasure?
see any long faces. You should all be happy.
Yeah, great stuff! Hooray!
Ah.
Right, here we go.
Want a cold one?
Hey, more drink and lots of it.
What have you got?
Right, that's good of you. Oh, such dazzling looks. I love it.
Sir, a refreshing beverage for you?
Hi there, darling. Oh, I mean, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty.
I'm as happy as Larry. If Larry had a beer in his hand, that is.
Glad the trees of Miss Peak are still there. There was talk of cutting the whole lot down.
Hooray! More drink and lots of it.
The riffraff seem happy with your rule, Your Majesty.
What have you been up to?
So you must
Out
be doing
collecting
something
stars?
right. What a magnificent monarch you turned out to be.
I have a delivery
The
here.
best we could have ever hoped for. Oh, Your Majesty. So good to see you, Your Grace. Your wonderfulness, your munificence.
Ready for a
Nothing
drink?
too strong, please. It might go to my head.
Hello, Your Lordship.
Thank you.
We have the finest products in Albion.
While my accomplices spent or gambled most of their earnings, I saved every gold coin I could to fulfill my burning ambition of exploring Albion one day and becoming a great adventurer, such as the ones whose stories I'd read in two-penny pamphlets and third-hand storybooks. More than anything, I wanted to meet heroes, though I knew their heyday had long passed and that the aging ruler of the kingdom was the last. It was the death of this ruler when I was 15 years of age that marked the beginning of a series of tragedies that were to befall my family. First, my eldest brother, Jason, was killed in a duel with an irate farmer, who also happened to be the husband of Jason's last sexual conquest. The duel was fought using pitchforks, and my brother, who had never done an honest day's work in his life, made the fatal mistake of holding the farming tool the wrong way round. It was shortly after this incident that the second eldest, William, was arrested for trying to run a con game by the wrong person, a passing plainclothes townsguard. He was taken to Bowerstone and was never heard of again. Then, my third brother, Quentin, contrived to accumulate enough gambling debts to have a price put on his head. Quentin's death I remember most clearly of all, for I was unfortunate enough to witness it. When the assassins and bounty hunters came to collect his suddenly valuable head, I did what I could to protect him, but no matter how accurate the shots from my rifle, nothing could change the fact that I was shooting peas instead of bullets. I had not yet been able to afford a real weapon. It is no surprise that the next to go was my dear mother, grief-stricken by the loss of 3 of her children. She left my father a drunken widower, though drunk only when he could afford it, poverty having made his attempts to drown his sorrows all the harder. While I did what I could to help out in his shop, employing all my charm and wit to become a highly persuasive salesman, it was plain that there was never going to be much of a market for novelty toothbrushes in such a small village, and one which had made such a conscious effort to avoid any form of oral hygiene at that. Soon my father passed away too, far more sober than he would have liked. It was then that I resolved to leave Gunk for good, and to seek my fortunes and my adventures elsewhere in the kingdom of Albion.
Bet you won't find a better deal than here in my shop.
Your Majesty, I'm so chuffed with your rule. I've got a present for you. Happy to be of service. Come back if you have anything else to sell. For you, Your Majesty. Come back if... I hope I can make a profit on that. Thank you for your custom. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Your Majesty, I'm so chuffed with your rule.
Our
I've got
owner
a
is
present for you.
famous. That means we're better.
I ate your guts, slime.
We have some new things in stock you might like. I hope it brings you...
You have a new facial hairstyle. That...
Oh, these are good times.
I
to
give
be a
hard
shopkeeper.
cash for your
Let's-
unwanted goods. On
Let's see
the
what we
spot.
can do for you. Need some help there? Oh, you...
A new hairstyle has arrived.
Don't fight with your hands. Use a weapon.
Need any help today?
Transform your life with a haircut.
Greetings, sir.
No finer goods in all of Bowerstone.
Closing time for shops.
Hey, where'd you get those shoes? Oh, they're not bad.
Hurrah!
How are you this fine day, sir?
There's a shortage in town.
Hello there, Your Majesty. I
We
hope
think
you're
you're
well.
doing such a great job. Here, have this.
There's a bounty to be earned if you fancy it. At your orders, sir.
My lord.
Oh my, it's the...
Majesty.
Redecorating your home is a fantastic way to increase its value or keep your spouse happy, and often both. Feast your eyes on it. Yes, they may melt, but go on, feast your eyes. Welcome to the sanctuary. I trust you are finding everything all right? Excellent. I salute you. Metaphorically speaking, my bursitis is acting up today. Well, if you prefer it that way, who am I to judge whether a change of apparel is significantly detrimental to one's appearance? Ah, yes, riding boots, smashing. If only there was something to ride, maybe a toboggan or possibly an old wheelbarrow. Rather a splendid combination. Yes, very nice. Everyone loves a good uniform. Well, except for...
I'm at your command.
My lord.
Your Majesty?
What will it be today? It's dear, but you won't regret it. What will it be? You can spend your gold here whenever you want. It's dear, but you won't regret it. Hope you enjoy it. Come back anytime. You can spend your gold here whenever you want.
Well met, my lord.
I have the best shop in Bowerstone. Bowerstone's finest
At your
goods.
service.
This shop is owned by an adventurer, you know. That means it's extra special. Pleased to serve you. It's dear, but you won't regret it. You can spend your... Thank you for your custom. What will it be? Hope you enjoy it. Come back anytime. What can I get you? What will it be today? It's dear, but you won't regret it.
My king.
This shop is owned by an adventurer, you know. That means it's extra special.
Well, that's this place, made as outstandingly brilliant as possible. Anything else I can do? Welcome to the Sanctuary. You have several new suits. Those will make dressing easy. Well, then...
Faraday had a remote factory he opened up to the public before things turned sour. Clockwork Island. It was quite a popular tourist attraction some years ago. Faraday's inventions have changed the world, but all he really wanted was to make people happy.
Why was he locked up?
Nobody really knows. Your brother said he was a danger to mankind. As for Faraday himself, all he would ever say is that he'd rather die than betray his creations. I used to queue up for hours when I was a child in Bowerstone, just to get a glimpse of his contraptions. I still remember the slogan, Faraday Industries, where faraway dreams become reality. Well, those dreams certainly look far away now. wonder what this was supposed to be.
Welcome, visitors, to Clockwork Island. I am Huxley, and I will be your guide. Please refrain from using obscene language in front of the children. Now, if you will follow me, we will begin the tour. Keep your belongings with you at all times, and try not to stray from the group.
I suppose we should do what he says.
We begin with what is yet to come. Astonish your senses, give flight to your fancy by stepping into the street of the future.
I'm starting to wish I'd paid this place a visit while it was still open.
Before you is an everyday Bowerstone suburb, as it will be 15 years from now. Yes, the future is in our grasp. Please walk among the citizens of tomorrow. Share in their joy. Marvel at their superior well-being. In the world of tomorrow, there is no conflict, no jealousy, no selfishness. Thanks to science, people are finally happy. Witness the idyllic lives of these model citizens. Marvel at the perfect lives they lead. Would you not want to raise a family here? This is the future that Faraday Industries can bring to Albion. Peace and contentment for all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good evening, good evening, good morning, good evening, good evening, good morning. This concludes the tour. We hope all your dreams have been fulfilled.
I know who you are, and I know why you're here. You will never get what you want. Never.
It's Faraday.
I'm ready for you, Your Majesty. I am most ready. And if it is violence you seek, then violence you shall have.
This is a security announcement for all our guests here today. Please take cover. The management accepts no responsibility for any mutilations, fatalities, or slight grazes. And now, presenting the latest in armed defense mechanisms, a round of applause for the Colin Mark II. Only be broken by murder or
I think I'd rather fight prisoners. Do you think these things feel pain? No wonder tourists stop coming here. This is like no armor I've ever seen. Faraday's just stalling us. We have to find him. This is going well. We've only been here a few minutes and we're already fighting for our lives.
Shower a nice water and then sip iced tea in the This unit is indoors and cannot speak.
Looks like the street of the future is going to be a dangerous place to live. I'm starting to see why your brother locked Faraday up. Come on, let's find him, shall we?
I have already told you, this unit has closed its guide function and can no longer...
I think there might be a way through here.
The park is closed. Please leave.
How come this isn't part of the tour? Welcome to the graveyard of the future. Look at this place. Even the wall is falling to pieces. There's some sort of canal down there. Ready when you are, Your Majesty. I don't think we'll find a tour guide where we're going next. Shall we continue, Your Majesty? I'm rather curious to see what...
The park has been open for a whole month now, and I can say without reservations that it is an extraordinary success. The public adores my creations, and as I predicted, the street of the future is proving to be my greatest draw. Tomorrow I travel to Miss Peak, where I will oversee the maiden voyage of the improved monorail. I think this design is the safest yet.
I think we can safely say this isn't part of the tour. What are those? Insects?
I have instructed my cleaning and repair crew to clear the canal of detritus. Now go away!
Careful, Your Majesty. Can you imagine what would happen? Built himself quite a fortress, hasn't he? I don't care what they're made of, they're still disgusting. We're getting close. Faraday must be in that factory up ahead.
Why can't you leave me alone? I will never do as you ask. Do you hear me? Never!
What's he talking about?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's finally lost what little reason he had left.
Rulers may believe they can impose their will on whomever they so wish. But I was born to make dreams come alive, not to create death. You have already seen the weapons your brother forced me to make, but they shall never leave this island, and neither shall I.
So that's why your brother had him locked up. He refused to build him an army. And he thinks that's what you've come here for.
so clever and so happy. We could do this forever and ever.
Must I turn more of my creations into monstrosities? Leave us in peace!
I have a feeling these dogs aren't here to play catch with us. Bombs. Why am I not surprised? You need to kill them from a distance. Faraday must be really desperate if he's willing to destroy his creations to stop us. I was always more of a cat person myself. Get too close to you. Faraday must be really... Don't let them get too close to you.
Incredible news. I have received word that King Logan...
You need to kill them from a distance. Another dead end. There must be some... They're relentless. Think of what you're... How many more of these things are there?
It is not polite. It is murder.
If this technology ever gets out, it means...
Are you ready? Omega, I have already met mine. A fine fellow.
I think there's a way through the roof. Come on.
You've taken my work. You've taken years of my life. But you cannot take my soul. No, that is out of reach even
If this
to
technology ever
Albion.
gets out, it means the end of the army. Who would be a real soldier? Who would want to be one? If this technology ever gets out, it means the end of the army. Who would need a real soldier? Who would want to be one? They're relentless.
Cease your reading at once. You are not intended to discuss, and I
I've fought a lot of strange things in my time, but today has to be the strangest.
I shall unleash the rocks of Faraday industries upon your puny head. There is no place on Cook's Island or Milk.
I'm really getting sick of walking boxes. General Turner must have plans for all these creatures. That's what he set them loose. Think of what your brother would have done if he'd had an army of automatons at his command. How many more of these things are there? Let's hope that's the last of them. This is it, the last factory. He has to be here somewhere. What if it was all just recorded messages? He's been playing with us.
Is this the perfect soldier you wanted, Your Majesty? Well, you shall never have it.
There are new boot. The armory is at your disposal.
Help! I designed this suit to be the most powerful weapon that has ever existed. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm not alone on this island. Strong. Why won't you leave an old man alone? Leave me alone!
Have you heard this trick before? A robot walks into a room and says, "Kill his army." I find your capture highly objectionable. No, you're allowed. I am a licensed dental surgeon. Now,
Well then, I'm ready. Your brother destroyed everything I cared for. You may as well kill me.
We should take him back to the keep. We can take care of his wounds there. Your brother should never have sent him to the keep. We have to right that wrong.
What are you waiting for? Am I not helpless enough?
What are you going to do?
All I wanted was to improve people's lives, to bring a smile to their faces.
I'm not like my brother. You're safe now.
Thank you. I should not have judged you so hastily, Your Majesty.
You have been through a lot, Mr. Faraday. But now that we know the truth, your life will return to normal.
Very good. He will be released as soon as his wounds are healed.
Ah, hello. The armory is at your disposal. A new item or two might spice things up nicely.